Riverside County courts continue to be clogged with a backlog of cases a year after hundreds of criminal cases were being dismissed. News Channel 3's Angela Chen took a deep dive into this problem last March in her special report, Courting Injustice. Well, tonight I'm going in depth on where things stand now in my I-Team investigation, Pursuit of Justice.
This is a growing convergence of issues that sort of all came to a peak at the same time.
Riverside County Superior Court presiding judge Judith Clark sat down with me for a rare interview, explaining what happened when nearly 1,800 criminal cases were dismissed between October of 2022 and April of last year, over 1,200 of them from Indio. Over 700 people accused of DUI and over 400 people accused of domestic violence were given a free pass. District Attorney Mike Hestron wasn't happy.
It was a really bad time for us here, our court system here in Riverside County, because the public depends on the courts and, we let them down.
322 of the people who had their cases dismissed have already been arrested again. When you have hundreds of cases being dismissed, that they're bound to be putting people back on the streets who would be reoffenders.
It is a public safety issue. It is the role of the court in our community is significant, and it's imperative that the court is adequately resourced to be able to meet the legal needs of its community.
The Office of the Riverside County Public Defender Stephen Harmon represents most of the defendants in the criminal justice system.
We had many clients sitting in jail waiting for justice, waiting for their day in court. And so they need justice like victims need justice.
In some cases, the backlog worked in favor of the accused, who would exercise their right to a speedy trial.
If there were no courtrooms available, then the courts were required to dismiss the case.
Judge Clark explains that COVID really added pressure on the court system.
The backlog had developed over the last decade or even more. But COVID did impact the court in that we, like every other organization, was subject to the orders of the public health director. And when we came out at the far side of COVID, we just had that backlog all sitting there waiting for us all at once.
There are other issues at work as well. In fiscal year 21-22, Riverside County courts were underfunded at 84%, over $23 million short. In 2022, the Judicial Council of California placed Riverside County's judicial need at 111.7 judgeships. The county remains 22 spots short. Only San Bernardino County is worse in the entire state at 30 judges short. A new bill last year created 5 new judgeships for Riverside County, but didn't fund them.
So we now have 26 additional judgeships statewide on the books, but they cannot be filled. And so, we've taken step one, but unfortunately we're now in a very difficult budget environment for the state.
Plea bargains are a crucial part of the puzzle. This chart shows that Riverside County, since 2015, has resolved 89% of its cases through pleas of guilty. The statewide average is 75%.
The system is built upon the premise that better than 90% of every case that is filed will be resolved without the need to go to trial. And so it's imperative that we keep those disposition rates above 90%.
The vast majority of our cases do plead out, and that is, that's part of our system. There's no way around that. If you look at the number, I think the last time I checked, we had 25 or 26 criminal courtrooms. Well, we handle 55,000 criminal matters a year in Riverside County DA's office. So you just have to do the math. We can't try every case.
The best way to have a case settled is to have a lower offer. So the district attorney really controls the temperature in the room.
It's a complicated system that remains under strain. And the presiding judge says that as long as she's 22 judges short, it'll take everyone working together in the pursuit of justice.
It's just imperative that we as a society recognize the critical role that the court plays in the functioning of our community and resource it appropriately.
Now, we focus on the criminal side of the courts for this story. It's also a big issue on the civil side. Criminal cases do take top priority over civil cases, with a felony involving someone who is in jail taking the highest priority.